Today, we're going to tackle something we've all experienced: how to fix an awkward room. We're going to look at how you can take those really difficult, disconnected group moments and turn them into something, well, something that actually works. You know the scene. You're in a meeting, maybe a workshop or a class, and nobody is talking. People are looking at their phones, staring at the ceiling. Some folks look like they're about to fall asleep. You've been in that room, right? Yeah, it's that feeling, that sound of awkward silence. It's when a group just isn't clicking. And it's not just uncomfortable, it's a total roadblock. Nothing good can happen here. So, what is going on? And, more importantly, how do we fix it? All right, let's dive into the problem itself. We're calling it the awkward room. It's basically the place where good ideas and any sense of teamwork just disappear. So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, the energy is just gone. You can feel it. People are tired. Maybe it's that post-lunch slump. There's no real connection, which makes solving problems together feel impossible. And as for creativity, forget about it. It's completely stifled. These aren't just vague feelings. They are real, measurable barriers to getting anything done. So how do we escape this awkward room? Well, the answer might sound a little too simple, maybe even a bit childish, but it is incredibly powerful. The answer is play. And I'm not talking about just messing around. This is a proven, intentional method for completely changing a group's energy. Okay, so the first idea here is animación, or animation. It comes from the Spanish word ánimo. And ánimo isn't just energy, it's deeper. It's courage, it's effort, it's this real vigor and enthusiasm. So the goal is to literally animate the group, to breathe that kind of spirit back into the room. The second key idea is dinámica, or dynamics. Think of this as all those invisible forces, the vibe in the room. Some of those forces are positive, some are negative, and they all mix together to create that unique atmosphere. When you get what's going on with these dynamics, you can actually start to manage them. You're not just playing games, you're shaping the energy of the room on purpose. All right, so enough with the theory. How do we actually use this? Let's open up the toolkit. We're going to look at some really common problems and give you a specific game that works as a direct solution. This is like your first aid kit for group weirdness. Okay, first up, the classic we started with. The awkward silence. The team just got together, people don't really know each other, and you can practically hear the crickets. What do you do to break that ice? Here's your answer. A super simple icebreaker like 3 truths and a lie. Everybody just writes down 3 true things and 1 believable lie about themselves. Then you get up, you mingle, you pair up, and you try to guess which one is the lie. It's a totally low-pressure, fun way to get people talking and sharing a little something about themselves. Next problem. You know this one. It's 2 o'clock, everyone's just had lunch, and the energy in the room has completely hit the floor. People honestly look like they're about to doze off. How do you fix that? You need a quick shot of energy, something physical. High tide, low tide is perfect for this. Just put a line on the floor. When you yell marea baja, that's low tide, everybody jumps forward over the line. When you yell marea sube, high tide, they jump back. It's simple, it gets people moving, and it gets the blood flowing. Seriously, just a few minutes of this can completely reset the vibe. But what about a deeper problem? What if you have a group that's a team on paper, but they just don't feel connected? They're working in their own little bubbles, and there isn't a lot of trust. How do you even start to build that bridge? Try something like pass the energy. The whole group stands in a circle, holding hands. The leader starts a little pulse by gently squeezing the hand of the person next to them, and then that person passes it on, and so on, all the way around the circle. It's a quiet, nonverbal exercise that's all about focus and working together. It sounds so simple, but it creates this powerful feeling of a shared current, something that's connecting everyone in the group. Of course, just knowing a few games isn't the whole story. How you lead them is, well, it's everything. And that brings us to the facilitator's golden rules. So here's the deal. You have to make sure everyone feels safe, both physically and emotionally. You got to pick games that actually fit the situation. What works for a corporate team might not work for a youth group, and always be sensitive to what people need. On the other hand, a few big don'ts. Don't let the games go on forever. Keep them short and sweet. Don't make everything a competition. And maybe the most important rule of all, never, ever pick something that leaves someone out. Okay, let's zoom out for a second. Because as you can probably tell by now, this is about way more than just playing games to kill time. There's a much deeper point to all of this.
This right here, this is the real goal. Every single one of these activities, from the silliest little energizer to a focused icebreaker, is a tool. It's a tool for building the things that every great group needs: clear communication, real creativity, and a solid foundation of trust.
A teacher who uses these methods actually said this, and it just perfectly captures the whole idea. It's a powerful reminder that creating an engaging space isn't just some corporate trick. It's about making a place where people feel alive, they feel connected, and they feel genuinely happy to be there. So, I want to leave you with this final thought. The next time you find yourself in a meeting that's dragging or a classroom that feels totally dead, don't just try to power through it. Instead, just ask yourself this: what if the most productive, the most important part of your next meeting was a game? Thanks for tuning in.